What's up everyone, it's your boy Vade here, and today we are going to be talking about my personal opinion on Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, my feelings for this movie are kind of mixed. Everyone in the Star Wars community, like on the internet and such, and everybody out there has been giving the movie pretty bad reviews, and personally, I don't blame them. I thought some of it was actually pretty cool, but most of it, not so much. Like, it feels like they tried a little too hard with Episode 7, they tried a little way too hard with Episode 8, which landed it in the dumpster chute with the Dianoga, and it feels like they took Episode 9 a little too far and ended up casting that into the Sarlacc pit, because the only two parts I found good about this entire film was the fact that Ian McDiarmid came back to reprise his role as Emperor Palpatine, and I kind of like that reinforcement scene at the end, you know. Also, I do like the fact that Kylo Ren fixed his mask. I love that new design they gave his mask, like all the red slashes and crack marks. I also heard from a rumor on the internet that he was planning to take shards of the Darth Vader helmet that he had in his possession and using them to repair his helmet. I don't know how I felt about that. It would have been a little cool, but I don't like that they're defiling another Star Wars character's mask to help it repair the mask of a trashy character, in my opinion. Kylo Ren is basically just trying and failing to be the new Vader. As my apologies to you true Star Wars fans for reprising this Episode 8 line, but as Supreme Leader Snoke says, he is no Vader, he is a child in a mask. And that's absolutely true. He's nowhere near as good as Darth Vader was, in my opinion. Darth Vader had no fear, no regrets. He has nothing holding him back, nothing to stand in his way. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, way too much stands in his way. He always hesitates to take out Rey. He hesitated in Episode 8 to take out his mother. He's just too soft to be Darth Vader, in my opinion. And then I also love how there was a surprise appearance from Harrison Ford, aka Han Solo. I did not expect to see that. It really hit me when that happened, but I loved it. Here's Harrison Ford popping up as Han Solo in the final minute of Kylo Ren being on the dark side. And then another part I did not like about the movie that displeased so many fans, in my opinion. In the end, they were hoping that Kylo Ren would turn into a Jedi and hopefully join Rey on the bright side, not only as a Jedi, but also as her lover, if you guys know what I mean. I feel like I'm just letting the fanfics get the best of me here. But anyway, that did not end up happening. Ben Solo perished just after the Emperor died, and that made so many fans go wild. And not in a good way. Another thing I didn't really like, Rey is a Palpatine, as you all know, and that was a major plot twist in my opinion. Having Rey be a Palpatine, like, and then having a rumor that she was the daughter, her dad, there's a rumor going around that he was a default, like, crappy Palpatine clone that went bad and didn't inherit the dark side. And so he escaped and found a wife and all that. I'm sorry guys, I'm really tripping over myself. I don't do videos like this often. Hope you guys will understand. But what I'm saying is, I think that's kind of random. Like having Palpatine be a clone, and then having a faulty clone run off and make love with a wife, and give birth to a daughter. Just too crazy, guys. But anyway, I think it's kind of ridiculous at the end how Rey has a yellow saber, when I feel like that would have been so much better for the final battle. Like, don't get me wrong, it was really cool how Rey took Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker's lightsaber to Exegol and used them to take on the Emperor, but in my opinion, it would have been cooler if she had her yellow saber then, and used that to take on the Emperor, because if she did that, it would have been like more her style. That yellow saber just suits her better, in my opinion. But no, we only see it for like 5 seconds at the end, and right before she goes to the second part that made me very upset. She calls herself Rey Skywalker. Like, what is up with that? She's hiding her true self. She needs to stay true to who she is. Now, granted, being a Rey Palpatine would have earned her criticism from everyone in the galaxy, but she needs to believe in who she is and not be afraid of who she is, as Dark Rey would say. And I don't mean submit to the dark side, I don't mean become the Empress, I don't mean become a Sith. Stay true to who she is and don't fear who she is. Another thing, that one scene where they, like, faked Chewie's death, I did not like that, you guys. Like, that right there made me want to leave the theater in a heartbeat. I was in the theater watching it with my dad. Thank you again, Dad, for taking me to see this. And when he blew up in that ship, it had me speechless. I thought I just sat and watched Chewbacca die. And not only that, I thought I was watching him die right after his actor, Peter... What was his name? Dang it, I forgot his name. Like, I know his first name is Peter. I forgot his last name. I'll correct it in the filter down here below. But anyway, what I'm saying is... Oh yeah, Peter Mayhew. Peter Mayhew. That's his name. He passed away, and I thought they were trying to kill off his character. That felt kind of dishonoring, if you ask me. Trying to kill off Peter Mayhew's character right after he passed away. Bull crap. Now, luckily, he wasn't really dead, but it was a real ridiculous scare, in my opinion. Don't go doing that, Disney. But my all-time favorite scene in that movie, especially, was... In the end, Poe Dameron was about to give in and, like, surrender because they thought there were too many Imperials and very little resistance. And then I hear that one line that inspires me a lot from now on: there are more of us. As you look to the skies, and there's Lando Calrissian with a whole fleet of not rebellion, not resistance, but just people that were brave enough to come help in the fight against the Emperor and his fleet, the Final Order. No fear, no regret, and they just came in and helped. That inspired me, guys. Like, it's also a good way to inspire other people. Like, when you feel like you're alone in a horrible, horrible situation, remember there are more people out there than you realize who will help you. Another thing that kind of disappoints me, I think Darth Vader's mask got destroyed. Like, in that one scene on the snow planet, whenever Kylo Ren and Rey were fighting through their Force vision, Kylo Ren and Rey destroy the stand that Vader's mask was sitting on, and last I saw it, it was landed in the snow and left there on that planet. What happened to the planet several minutes afterwards? It was destroyed by a Star Destroyer. If they left Vader's helmet on that planet to get destroyed, like vaporized, history, I'm angry. Because Darth Vader, as you can tell by my namesake, is my favorite all-time villain. And they're just going to go and destroy his helmet like that. Like, at least keep the helmet, dude. Ridiculous. But don't get me wrong. For those of you who are going to say that I'm not that true a Star Wars fan because I almost forgot an actor's name, I forgot a planet's name. Everyone forgets names eventually. I'm an all-time favorite Star Wars fan. I've seen all 9 movies. My favorite is the original trilogy, solely because Vader's in it. And can you blame me for forgetting a name of a planet in this? This is a Disney sequel we're talking about. That's my personal opinion on these past 3 movies, guys. I know this is about episode 9, but I'm giving you my 3 recent movie opinion. Not too good. Like, I feel like they're not even real Star Wars films, in my opinion. George Lucas didn't want these movies made, but Disney went and did it anyway, and I feel like it's all just for cash grabs. If George Lucas, I heard, had 3 different movie plans. 3, not for these 3 movies that just happened, but movies that he thought of to complete the story in a wonderful finisher, wonderful ending. And Disney looked at them, they changed this and that, said they didn't like this. They didn't like the plans, they didn't like parts, and they scrapped it all and turned it into these 3 pieces of garbage. Which is sad, but now we have 3 Star Wars movies that the world will never get to see because Disney just had to be a nitpicker. Ridiculous. But for those of you who do like this movie, don't get me wrong. Everyone has their own opinion. It's good to be a Star Wars fan. Good to go see those movies. Don't feel bad because you like the movies and other people hate them. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I do have a few announcements I would like to make before I sign off for the day. Number 1, the reason that my channel's been lacking a lot lately, like really lack of videos and uploads, is because my laptop it had a virus on it, and there was a pop-up ad spamming and looping my laptop, and because of that, I couldn't use it, I couldn't animate, I couldn't upload, nothing. It's been that way for a solid 2 years, which explains why my channel's been so inactive. Good news is, I have a new laptop thanks to my mom. She helped me. It's an old laptop that she gave me, a hand-me-down, but it works. No viruses, it has okay connection. I downloaded my animation software on there, and I'm gonna come back, you guys. Animations are coming back, that's an official announcement. But they're gonna be slow. The animations take time to edit, they take time to make, render, and all that, so I decided that in order so that everybody, tripping over my words again, so that everybody doesn't worry about when they're coming out, I decided I'm going to upload a new animation possibly every final Friday of every month. Or, if I end up getting them out sooner than that, I'll upload them sooner. But my deadline is final Friday of every month. Another announcement I'd like to make, assuming a lot of people see this video and get it, because this can't all be ran off of one person. It has to be a whole community put in thing. I might do a Q&A. I might do a Q&A, but the reason I haven't done one of those before, despite past announcements, I've said I'm going to do a Q&A before, but I can't do a Q&A without questions. It has to have multiple people asking questions, and don't worry about what they are. They can be personal, they can be about my family, they can be about me, about my life, my past, anything. But last time I had people go out there and put questions, I only had one user, my friend Angel, putting questions out there for me, and no one else was asking anything. If it's just one user asking questions, then it's not much of a Q&A, guys. It's just one guy asking questions and me answering one guy. I have to have multiple questions. So, for those of you who see this video, put it out there, spread word, and if I get enough questions, I will do a Q&A. So, that is all I am going to be saying for today, you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share my content with everybody else, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone, and may the Force be with you.